Morning. Right, you join us back here doing ditch and pond. Right, so what we have here is we have a bit of an issue. So, as you can see here, there's a ditch that comes round there. Right? All the water comes down this road, all down this ditch, comes down here, which is the field, goes down to the bottom in the middle of that field there, and then just sits wet. So what the client's wanting is he is wanting me to carry on bringing that ditch down, but keep it a nice steep V, so the tilt and bucket will come in handy for that. Bring that down through here, carry the ditch on coming around here. He doesn't want it straight, he wants it curving around here. So the ditch will carry on. Now just nip this corner where you can see all the water runs down. We'll then put a gateway in here, and then carry the ditch on down to where the pond's going, and then a big pond is going in there, and then I've got to put a swellway from there to the ditch that's near where them trees are. So that's what I've got to do. Fair bit of work, so let's crack on and get started. Do well. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Right, we'll crack on, get something done. Right, that is how it's going to look as a ditch. That's all he wants, something sharp like that on the edge to define the edge. As you can tell above, someone had a V bucket, but I don't need a V bucket because I've got the tilt and hinge. Now, I've got to go get my other weapon of choice. So right, let's go get it. You'll like it. I like it. I've used it before. It is a good bit of kit, and it's got plenty of grunt as well. So right, we'll get round there, because he doesn't want any spoil left here, so we've got to take the spoil down to where the pond's going to be levelled out. So let's go get it. Right, so the other weapon of choice is, believe it or not, a 1993 Manitou Reach, mini reach. And I tell you what, she might be old, but she has got plenty of grunt for an old girl, and it is a good bit of kit. But right, I'll just start her up, get her warmed up, and we'll get her over to where I am with the digger. Proper old school clutch. Start. Whoa, plenty of play. Do like plenty of play in the old shafts. Ba ba ba. Handbrake's off. Forward and reverse lever. There we go. Ba 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 ba. No matter what old bit of kit you get in, you always get one light stuck on. Don't need to go any quicker than this. This is plenty quick enough. Got half a tank of juice. The old fuel gauge still works. Old temperature gauge still works. She's going up. Like I say, plenty of slop, like it's sloppy. Yeah. Ooh, hello. Naughty me, left the bucket up in the air. I turn the wheels that way, like so. If I turn the wheels like I have, then that way, if the handbrake isn't no good, instead of rolling down the hill, that'll roll that way. Boinga, boinga, boinga. Yeah. Right. Let's go up to the digger again and get another load. Right, so this is where the Tilton bucket really does come into its own. As you can see, that is the ditch I've got to create like that. It just makes life so much easier. He wants it a nice sharp edge. He doesn't want it too shallow so the ditch disappears, if that makes sense. But literally just digging her out. Loading her up. And carting her to where the pond is. Or the pond's going to be, and then spread all this soil out. Tell you what, that little Manitou, she's a lovely little forklift. Could do one of them at home. God, she's got some poke in her. I remember using her on the crush driveway, no crusher. The thing just didn't stop, just kept pushing. Who needs a V bucket when you've got a Tilton hitch? Not me. Right, clean the sides, one more out of the bottom, and that bit will be done. And then move down a little bit further and carry on. This bit here I've got to leave clear because this is a channel that's been made to let the water in off that trackway. Literally do that. Match this up again. Perfect. Probably one more, we'll take one more out of there. Right, hit your nose halfway through that one. And that's all it is, just go along like that. All it basically is making a trough for the water that comes off the field and off the road. Follow this down to a pond. Roughly where that fallen down tree in the distance has gone is where that pond's going. So this is where I've got to head to. But obviously I can't go on here because this is mint. Fleeced up mint. So I can't dig on there. But he doesn't want the ditch straight, he just wants it coming down and gradually swooping round. So that is what I am doing. Right, so what I've done is, you can see there that I have literally dug a bit of a ditch there, stopped, and that's where the gateway's going, and then the ditch carries on up and round and away. So that is done. I can't really do much more until I get the pipe for the gateway, and also the pond is going there, so I can't really dig that ditch all the way through here until that pond is out. So now I'm going to start by digging the bottom of it out, and then I'll shape the sides up, then pull the ditch through to it. Then on the back end I'm going to put a swellway into the ditch. So let's go over there and start digging or marking the centre of this pond out. So what they want here is they want a natural looking pond, as they said. I'm just going to roughly just scrape off a couple of inches of what will be the bottom of the pond. You can see where all the water comes down here and comes down that ditch. So bottom of the pond will be, one bit will be round here. And the biggest bit will be in here. Said he wanted it natural, so I've got to put all different sort of angles on it really to get it to look natural. Bring it round there. So that is the bottom of the pond marked out. That is the bottom. That's better. I start stripping the topsoil off first. Right, let me just dig this shape of this pond out, as in the bottom of the pond, and then I'll come back to you and we'll have a look at it and see what we think. Right, yes, it looks a bit of a mess at the minute, but that is the rough shape of the bottom of the pond. Bar this bit here, this is where I'm going in and out. But that is the bottom. I'm now going to take it down another 2 foot, and then after that, all the sides are going to have a nice gradual side slope on them. So yeah, we'll start going in there and start sloping it down. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just digging down. These aren't actually the banks, if that makes sense. I'm just sloping down like this so I can get to the bottom of where I need to be to then dig out, if that makes sense. So I'll dig out roughly to the bottom and then I'll sit up there and pull all the banks up, because I want the banks nice and shallow for birds that come in and out. So it's more of like a wildlife pond. So yes, this might look a bit of a mess at the minute, but honestly, trust me, by tomorrow that'll look totally different. So I just want to dig a bit and see if water starts coming in, which it's starting to now. I can see the water underneath boiling up out of the ground, so which is good. Which means it will hold water, which is all gravy, baby. In one respect it's all good, in another respect it's not all good, for the simple fact of I'll come in tomorrow and that'll be full of water. I want this end fairly deep because this is where all the sediment is going to come in off the field and off everywhere else. So I want it to settle in this end first. as you can see, 3/4 of the pond is dug out now, and that was done in an hour and a half. Hour and a half, something like that. So yeah, water's already coming in. God, that's gone cold. It was bloody hot today, and now it's gone cold again. But yeah, no, today's gone well. Got that track all done and tidied up. Down here, got that ditch, 3/4 of that done, and now this dug out. Yes, it looks like it's bowled up like that. I've got to go around the outside and really shallow pull them banks up. So I look totally different as of tomorrow. I've got loads of material to move. Yeah, it's going all right. It's going good. Right, so as you can see, that is the bank there. That's what I mean by that. I'll shape up afterwards. I dig the main bowl out itself, and then I come back and I shape that up, and then I flick the topsoil back and then just smoothen it off. Simple as that. So I've got to do that all the way round. I've still got all that to move up out of the way and just take that round that corner, and then lose all the dirt and everything else. I've got a funny feeling that back edge there, I'm going to have to build up about 2 foot to match this side. Then I've got to put a swellway in on that corner to take it down to the ditch. So, but apart from that, it's all going good.